So my name is Ed Field. My profession is I'm an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon. And my position with Northwest is I've been a team physician for 26 years. Well, so all my training was in sports medicine. And truth of the matter is I came to Oxford in 1992, and I was working with a bunch of community colleges, but not Northwest. And so we played Northwest in Senatobia one night, we being Mississippi Delta. And so a couple of weeks later, I was doing charts in my clinic, and a Northwest van rolled in my back parking lot. And in it were Dr. David Haraway, Coach Bobby Ray Franklin, and Coach Jimmy Miles. And so that's the day that we sat down and had a great conversation, and that's when I became a Northwest Ranger team physician.
I am Charles Hill. I'm an internal medicine doctor in Oxford, Mississippi, originally from Columbia, Mississippi. I met Dr. Field 20 years ago at the hospital when we were both at the hospital practicing medicine. And about 15 or 16 years ago, I joined him with Northwest Community College as one of the team doctors. We were part of Ole Miss Sports Medicine as well a few years before that. And I guess I consider him one of my best friends.
I played football in high school, and football made me mentally tough, and it also taught me to be a team player. And man, I use that so many times in the medical world, from being in a hard case and I just had to just bear down and get it done. And then you have to work with people, whatever it may be, you have to work with people. And so football teaches many life lessons, as do all sports, but football is the one that rings my bell. You know, it's the relationships. Sports medicine is a team game, and the relationships here, particularly with administration, the coaches, and my world, the athletic trainers, is extremely meaningful. And it's helpful for us because in order to deliver leading edge care to these student athletes in Northwest, communications have got to be great. You got two wonderful athletic trainers in Justin Ware and Taylor Young. I talk to them every day. We're talking about student athlete injuries, the medicines we're giving them, the treatment that we're applying them, and when they're going to be back. But ultimately, the communications and the relationships that are formed allow us to deliver a transparent care to these student athletes and their parents so that they know exactly what their injury is, what the diagnosis is, and what the treatment's going to be.
Well, I would say the way he has shown up for Northwest is he's there. He's running clinic every week. He's there for all the physicals. He's on call 24 hours a day for them. And you see that when you see the interactions around football players and baseball players and the softball players, soccer, when they are around him, they light up because he makes them better. And I think that shows. That shows on the field because they get better. But at the same time, I think they do better overall. He's done this ever since I've met him. And you know, okay, people can put on a show, but for Dr. Field, that's not a show. That's the real deal. That's just the way he is.
Well, you know, impactful. I've been here for 26 years, and we've had wonderful stories here because Northwest Athletics is fantastic, and we win a lot of ball games. For me, the exciting part is a little bit different in the sports medicine world, in that we're looking to take a kid that's been injured and get him back to his sport. And so actually we had a story from the frozen tundra of Council Bluffs, Iowa. One of our starting cornerbacks got a hip pointer. And a hip pointer hurts, but it's not one of these injuries that I can't put some medicine to. And so I took him shaking and shivering back to the locker room, and I put some medicine in his hip. And so he got up and he goes, "Doc, I don't have any pain." Anyway, he played the whole second half, really made a key interception that stopped an Iowa Western drive. And so after that interception, we met eyes as he was coming off the field, and we high-fived, and that's exciting and impactful for me. and he just signed with Coastal Carolina.
He's the best sports medicine doctor around, and he's the most loyal doctor that I've ever seen when it comes to sports medicine and taking care of athletes and making sure that athletes are number one and that their needs are taken care of, their feelings are taken care of, and things like that. You know, a lot of times with that, when coaches, staffs come in and out, they leave. That's not Ed. Ed is to sports medicine and athletes, and he's been very, very loyal with Northwest, and I think that's the biggest thing that I would try to tell everybody. You're not going to find that. You don't find that very often in any world. I think what I want people to know is that when he sees somebody, it's all about them. He's going to tell them exactly what they need to know, but he does it in a way that they understand it, and he does it in a way that they feel like, okay, I've been taken care of. That's what I want people to know, is that he's the best. There's not going to be anybody else like that.
You know, for me, I've always wanted to be a coach, but the medicine side allowed me to transition back into what I love, which is sports. And so I know these kids, I know where I was, I know what I did. And so I think it's allowed me to be in the locker room and be out of the way, but be there and understand what their hurts are, what their feelings are. And it's allowed me to be able to deliver care, I think, in the way that these kids want me to.
I am Dr. Charles Hill, and there is nobody else that deserves this award more than Dr. Ed Field.
Well, anytime you get an honor from Northwest, it's very meaningful. For me, it's a validation of my passion for sports medicine and my love for Northwest. Arthur Ashe used to say, if you love the game, it'll love you back. And I've had a wonderful 26-year relationship with Northwest, and it's just getting better. Go Rangers.